Four-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players.
All of us getting on the same page for the game. We wanted to do something that was just united and collective, and I thought that it was a very powerful moment and got the point across.
Players didn't think a recent meeting produced enough progress with a late October deadline looming. Made a statement over the weekend in Indianapolis wearing these shirts. They read, "Pay us what you owe us."
Other players in this league, and I'm sure a lot more would have loved to be there if they were in Indianapolis, and I think that's the most powerful thing.
Let's talk facts, not feelings. Every year, the WNBA tips off with fresh slogans, new marketing campaigns, and promises that this time it's going to break through. That this time, fans will show up, TV ratings will skyrocket, and investors will finally see a return. But after more than 2 decades, the WNBA still isn't profitable. Not even close. This isn't an attack on women's sports. This is a deep dive into why one of the most publicly supported leagues in the world still can't stand on its own 2 feet, despite decades of help. The WNBA was founded in 1996 as the NBA's sister league. It was never expected to be wildly profitable at the start. Few startups are. But here's the thing. Most startups either grow up or go under. The WNBA? It's been on life support, year after year, propped up by the NBA's deep pockets. Reports show that the WNBA has operated at a consistent loss, tens of millions annually. While the NBA generates over $10 billion a year, the WNBA barely scrapes $100 million in revenue. That's not a typo. That's the gap. Ticket sales, low. Merchandising, weak. TV ratings, dismal. Especially when compared to even mid-tier men's college basketball games. And despite the rise in social justice campaigns to support women's sports, the dollars just don't follow the tweets. Sports is entertainment, and entertainment is ruled by demand. In 2024, the average WNBA game pulled under 600,000 viewers, even after the much-hyped arrival of stars like Caitlin Clark. Compare that to the NBA, where even meaningless preseason games draw over 1 million viewers. NCAA men's tournament games crush those numbers too. So why aren't people watching? The common answer is sexism. People just don't support women's sports. But that doesn't hold up. Women's tennis thrives. The U.S. women's soccer team became a cultural phenomenon. College women's basketball shattered viewership records this year. The problem isn't that people don't support women's sports. It's that they don't support this sport, in this format, in this league. Basketball is a game of athleticism, power, and speed. The NBA is filled with high-flying dunks, fast breaks, and clutch shots from 35 feet out. The WNBA isn't. That's not an insult. It's biology. Men and women are built differently. And it reflects in the game. The women's game is more fundamental, slower paced, and features less physical dominance. If you're a hardcore basketball fan, you might enjoy it. But most casual viewers, who make up the vast majority of sports revenue, don't tune in for fundamentals. They want showtime. They want drama. They want explosive plays. The WNBA's current product just doesn't deliver that to enough people. Over the past few years, the WNBA has leaned into activism and identity politics to boost visibility. Their marketing focuses heavily on empowerment, equality, and inclusion. And while those are important messages, they haven't translated into revenue. Corporations throw sponsorships at the league to check their social responsibility boxes. But the minute those campaigns end, the audience disappears. These aren't fans, they're temporary allies. Meanwhile, actual sports fans still don't care. Here's a brutal fact. Without the NBA, the WNBA would have folded a decade ago. The NBA pays for its operations, absorbs its losses, and handles its media deals. Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, openly admits this. It's philanthropy disguised as partnership. The irony? While male NBA players bring in billions for their league, WNBA players complain that their salaries are too low. Yet their paychecks are mostly subsidized by the NBA's success. In what other industry can you lose money every year, get bailed out by your competitor, and still demand more pay? When Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA in 2024, many believed it would be a game changer. She had just led the NCAA to record-shattering viewership. Brands lined up. Headlines screamed. But less than a few months into her rookie season, the WNBA had already done what it does best: squander the moment. Clark was targeted by other players, criticized for being too popular, and left out of Team USA's Olympic roster. Fans tuning in for her were met with hostility and pettiness. Instead of lifting the league tried to humble its biggest star. That's not growth, that's self-sabotage. Fans don't care about equal pay. They care about an equal product. They don't care about hashtags. They care about highlights. Look at UFC. When Ronda Rousey dominated, she brought more eyes to the octagon than most male fighters. Why? Because she was good, explosive, and entertaining. Same with Serena Williams, or Simone Biles, or Megan Rapinoe. You don't have to be male to draw fans, but you do have to be exceptional. And the league must amplify you, not bury you. No demand equals no profit. Here's where it all comes together. A league cannot be profitable without demand. Not because people are evil, not because the media is unfair, not because of systemic oppression. It's basic economics. If people don't go to games, don't watch on TV, and don't buy the merch, there's no money, period. And no amount of slogans can change that. If the WNBA wants to survive without NBA charity, it needs radical change. Shorten the season, lower the rims for more dynamic plays, rebrand the league entirely, focus on building stars, not movements. Make it about basketball, not just politics. But those suggestions, they're usually met with outrage. Sexist, misogynist, unfair. So the league stays stuck in neutral, forever promising change, but never risking enough to make it happen. The WNBA doesn't suck because it's women playing basketball. It struggles because it's a product no one's buying, despite every financial, media, and political advantage imaginable. Fans don't owe the league their time or money. They give it to whoever earns it. And until the WNBA starts focusing on what sports fans actually want, instead of what they're supposed to want, the league will stay where it is. Floating, not flying. Loud, not loved. Losing, not lasting.